Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are in the world. Hello, it's so nice to see you. I am so excited, not just because it's Friday, but because I have one of the most amazing people on with me today. I cannot wait to introduce her to you if you haven't met her before. If you have, you know how wonderful she is and how inspirational she is. So, first of all, I want to make sure that everyone can hear me. Can I get some coffee cups? Can I get some coffee mugs in the chat, please? I am very interested. Some coffee cups in the chat, if you can hear me. I've got my coffee cup here. It says, make time for sunshine. If you can hear me, I'd love a coffee cup. Woo! David coming in hot with six mugs. Robin, thank you. Yes, let's go. Everyone can hear. Oh, this is very exciting. This is a lot of coffee, you guys. This is a lot of coffee. This is great. Where's the? I want some of what you're having. Fair enough. Come on over. Come drink our tea. That's what we got. Yes. Justine, hello. Mark, hello. Facebook user, hello. If you, let's see, Woodcrafter in your pocket, hello. If you want your name to be shown, please remember to go up in the description for this. You will see a link to StreamYard, and you are able to give them permission to use your name, and then that way I can see who you are. All right, all right. Should we get into it? I feel like we should just do it. Just do it. Oh my gosh. You guys, what a story I have for you today. What a story. Well, it's not my story to tell. I've brought on the woman, the myth, the legend, Debra Shaw. And we're going to go in and introduce her to everyone in just a little bit. Obviously, starting off, we got to do I'd like you to like this post. I want to see some hearts in the comments. If you know that somebody out there needs to see this right now, share the link, get it out there. If you have someone who needs to feel inspired today, share this link. Let's get a bunch of people on. We are so excited. All right. So, first off for today, we have some swag winners. As you can see, sporting some of the new ShineOn swag, we have in the ShineOn merch store a ton of new designs, a ton of new swag. So I'm very excited to give some out to the following people. All right. Samit has actually been with us for, I want to say, 2 years? Correct me if I'm wrong, Samit. So scaling for Q4, started scaling for Q4. Let's scale this hard in upcoming days. Only doing Facebook ads and ShineOn. Drop your questions if you have any related to this. I will try to answer. So as you can see, congratulations, Samit, 1,000 in sales yesterday. Just yesterday, $1,000 in a day. That is so awesome. That does not suck. Samit, Brooke will be out in touch with you with a code so that you can get some fancy new swag. Samit has shared some really awesome screenshots in the group before. Highly recommend you check them out. Okay, next up we have Chris Wilcox. Just got my first 2 orders. A woo and a who. Yeah, claps and snaps, Chris Wilcox. Yes. Congratulations, your first 2 orders. Honestly, and I think there are a lot of people out there who would agree with me, the rush that you get from that first order, that first cha-ching, that for seeing that someone out there is buying your designs, that is like the best feeling in the world. By far, by far. It is such a rush. It's such a high when you get that. So congratulations, Chris. Keep an eye out. Check out for Brooke. She is going to reach out to you with some swag codes so you can get started on wearing some swag. And congratulations on your new journey. Maybe you'll be on Coffee with ShineOn in a little bit. Keep it up. Keep it up, Chris. This is great. Congratulations. And last but not least, we have Ricardo. I thought this day would never come. Just hit the 2K milestone. It's not great for some, but for me, it's a big deal. Making money from selling your own designs is a big deal. It doesn't matter if it's, $30, $100, $1,000, 10,000, 100,000. That feeling is always a big deal, and you are a big deal. Like, this is incredible, and you should be so, so proud of the work that you have done, Ricardo. Congratulations on your 2K revenue. That is huge. Look at the increase in numbers too, plus 224%. I mean, well done. Look at that spike going up on there. Awesome. Awesome job, Ricardo. Keep an eye out. You will see Brooke reach out. Make sure also to check if you are getting the message through Facebook and you aren't friends with Brooke yet, or you haven't had conversations with her yet. Make sure to check your message requests, because that's where you'll see your swag code. Okay, I want to get some. Can we get some claps? I want some claps for these folks. This is it. This is the beginning of Q4 for a lot of these people. For some folks, it's their first Q4. So I am like, ooh, that feeling. Congratulations, everyone who made sales this week. You did an incredible job. Incredible, incredible job. I just love this. Yes, you are getting all of ShineOn is clapping for you guys right now. Great work, everyone. This is awesome. Oh, it was awesome. I can't tell, but I feel like this is one of our swag winners. It's coming. Yes, Kathy, thank you. Facebook user. We clapping. I love it. They deserve all the props for this. Keep up the great work. This is just the beginning. It's just the beginning. That's the best part. If you want free swag, each week we randomly draw 2 to 5 posts from the group to gift some swag. For a chance to get yours, post in the group something like a testimonial, a screenshot of your sales, a value post of what's working for you, tips, tricks, hacks, things like that to help others succeed. We are all about being a family here at ShineOn. We are all about helping each other. We are the community. We are community first. That's really what we are. We are community first. So reach out to us, value posts, testimonial, tips, tricks, and hacks. Give you an opportunity to get you free swag. All right, let's get into some latest news. I'll try and make this quick so we can get Deborah on as soon as possible. Okay, first of all, extended support hours. This is one of my favorite new announcements. We now have extended support from 6 a.m. to midnight EST, Monday through Friday. We have Saturday hours, 6 to noon, Sunday hours, 6 to noon. This means that you will be able to get your support questions answered over the weekends, which a lot of times people say, well, why wouldn't you have, constant support? We like a work-life balance. It's really important to have a healthy balance. So we are doing this obviously for Q4. We are so excited to offer this to everybody. Get your questions in. If you need anything, if you're like, why does this look like this? How do I fix this? Why doesn't this do this? Support. Reach out to support. They are your best place for the fastest answers. And I tell you this as somebody who has a Facebook Messenger that is aggressively filled with support requests, that I apologize here profusely that if you have sent me a Facebook message and I have not answered, I promise it is not you, it's me. There is no, I look at it and I get anxiety and I back out and I need to take a walk. Like, it's just too much. So best place to get your support answers fast is hitting up support, help.shineon.com. That's where you go for that. ShineOn's integrations. Oh, my gifts still are not working. I'm the only person who does this presentation every week that is not able to have my gifts work. So just know this is supposed to be wiggling around all over the place. Don't know what it is. But here are integrations. So we integrate with TM Blue, Anywhere POD, Customly. We also integrate with Set Commerce. We have a lot of different integrations. We also have excellent step-by-step instructions on how to get started in these places. And like I said, if you ever need any help, help.shineon.com. Simple as that. Launchpad. Woo! All right, Launchpad was launched last Friday. You get 6 months of weekly group coaching, lifetime access to our exclusive Launchpad group, and 1 year of Empire Builder. So the ShineOn family deal ends today. It's at half off. We like do CRO Shopify themed customs. You've got the top 25 selling products, the top 100 phrases, prompts for AI, holiday calendars, video lessons. I think it's 72 video lessons from the president of ShineOn, Michael, and Andy Vo, who's amazing and who is on here, who used to be a plumber and now does ShineOn full time. So these folks know what they are talking about. Andrew absolutely crushes on TikTok, and he has a whole lesson in Launchpad all about that. So Launchpad, last day to grab it. This is the ShineOn family deal. Last day to grab this for that price. After today, it's gone. David, I'm going to post your comment because this is great. The discounts in Empire Builder are already making me more profit. I'm saying. We launched these tiers specifically to help you. That's literally it. When you make money, we make money. That's why we constantly are trying to help you make more. It's as simple as that. Empire Builder, you make 2-3 sales in a month, pays for itself. $87 a month. That's it. For what you get, crazy. $4 off a unit. Wild. Get in there. All right. Thank you, David. That is huge. And yes, we agree. That's why we are trying to do this. I cannot wait to hear about your Q4 numbers. Okay. The best way to stay caught up, check out featured. Actually, where am I? So up here. Yep. If I'm in the feed, it would be up here. Okay. So best way to get caught up, check in the featured. We pin our posts that are, the ones that we want you to see the most. But if you need to catch up on anything, check out featured. Good to go. My gift doesn't work, and now this is really awkward. For anybody who has watched Coffee with ShineOn before, you know that this GIF is supposed to be a person jumping into the coffee mug, and Michael has a really awesome one, and it works for him. And it breaks my little heart that this GIF never works for me because it's really weird and cool, and I love it. I'm going to have to skip this slide, and it makes me so sad. One day I'll get my gifts to work. One day. Ugh. All right. Deborah, give me a thumbs up if you're ready to come and join me for this toast. Yes. Deborah, hello.
Why am I so dark? 1 second. Let me put my light closer.
Lighten up, will you?
Any better? Okay.
Way better. Do you have your digital?
It's dark. It's very dark and dreary here in New York, so my house is kind of dark.
Is it really?
Yes.
At this time?
It's raining, so it's very dark outside.
All right, fair. Well, you look great. I'm ready for this digital marketer's toast with you. Do you have your digital marketer's toast mug?
Of course.
Yes, yes. All right, Shiny fam. Are you ready for this? If you're ready, I want to see some sparkles. I want to see some sparkles in the chat. That is actually up to interpretation because there's a lot of different emojis that would probably count as sparkles. All right, I'm ready. I'm ready to cheers with you. For the digital marketer's toast, y'all ready? Raise up your glasses, mugs, bottles, or flasks, and join me now for the digital marketer's toast. Here's to more conversions, more cash, cheap CPMs, lower CACs, to higher CTRs, much higher CVRs, to enabled ad accounts and big bank accounts, to upsells, downsells, and cross-sells, to winning products and repeat sells, to the thing that everybody knows. The riches are in the niches, but also your email flows. Cheers. Drink. Woo! Cheers, community. Cheers, fam. Cheers, Shiny fam. The rush that you get from that toast, feel it. Feel it. I just know this is going to be a huge Q4 for so many of you. And that toast, if you just did it with us, feel the tinglies all up in your fingers. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Look, Kathy's ready. Yeah.
Kathy's my friend.
Yes.
Through ShineOn. Love Kathy.
Through ShineOn. Isn't that nuts? I love that. This is the community we have here. We are one big fam. Yes, Facebook users. Sparkles. Sparkles. David also gave sparkles. So many sparkles. Doreen. Cheers. Cheers, love. All right. Great job, everybody. I do feel like an earth shift from that. We did a good job there. We did a great job. Yeah, let's get into it. I want to hear this story. I know y'all are here to hear this story. This incredible story. You ready? Deborah, are you ready?
I'm ready. Wait. Let's first show my swag. The swag winners.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Yes.
Show me your swag. That's right.
Okay, everybody. You gotta be doing your part to get your swag. Okay. I have my sweatshirt. I have a shirt. Wait, that's not all. That's not all. Wait, yeah, I'm that person who's awkward. Okay. I got ShineOn. What? ShineOn shoes. ShineOn yoga pants.
Yeah.
I'm a walking, talking shiny.
I love that. So a walking advertisement for ShineOn, and all that stuff is so comfortable, right?
Oh my God! Yes.
So comfortable.
The yoga pants, ladies, you have to get the yoga pants.
Yes. Oh my gosh, they're so soft. And yeah, we're a Bella Canvas crew, not a Gildan 50/50, if y'all know what I'm talking about. We're into the comfort. We got that soft stuff. So you look amazing. I'm so glad you're head to toe in ShineOn. That is unbelievable. And you're right. You got that all from.
I got that all from. Yep. All from. Yeah. I post on the Facebook page all the time. I am here on Fridays all the time, and I answer questions. Last week, the new program, okay, where they were throwing out $100 in bucks. Okay, I got products this week that I didn't have to pay anything for because I got $100 in bucks.
Yes. This Shine Cash is so cool. Yep. I love too that it's so. This is going to sound weird to say, but like it's mindless, or it's like it's off of your mind, right? So it's like when you have that Shine Cash balance and you make sale, all you see is profit because the base is taken out of the Shine Cash. Yep. So you get $100. That's $100 worth of free product. Amazing. Oh my gosh. And yeah, you too can look as incredible as Deborah in ShineOn gear by
You weirdo.
Just participate. We got you. Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes. All right. This year was nuts. Obviously, we're going to start off by talking about what Deborah did last year, just to give everybody kind of an idea of all of it. I mean, okay, so Deborah, when did you join ShineOn?
I started for Mother's Day 2022. I joined in March, end of March, and I had no background. And I went through Michael's, they had at the time a 200K program that I stumbled across on Facebook. And I said, I can do this, because it was about writing message cards. Okay. And it was about lovey-dovey. And I am such a big family person. And I said, I can do this. And I went through the program and I was like, whoa. What was I thinking? But then Tammy did for Mother's Day a Mother's Day challenge. And so I joined it and I started rocking and rolling.
Yes.
So like I started for Mother's Day in 2022.
I love that. That was the Monumental challenge. And those challenges, it's designed to be fun, but also really easily digestible. And, now we have some really awesome programs and short little education that we put out that is very similar. We're seeing that result. And knowing where we are now from where you were when I first met you online for Mother's Day, like,
oh my God, it's a different world.
Night and day, for sure. And my mom, just to give everyone like a little bit, my mom is from Massapequa Park on Long Island. So when I met a mom from Long Island who was interested in doing this, I was like, whew, my mom is not Deborah. But it also was like, we have this connection where I'm like, I want you to succeed because, I have this like connection and I just love you. I'm just so excited to get into this.
I love you, girl.
Not alone. Yes. Thank you, Lucy. Yes. Look, Brooke, looking good, Deborah. She's probably giving you half of those.
I have so many friends that ShineOn.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to say no. Look at this. There's any chance of Deborah being a bit more enthusiastic and motivating?
ShineOn has changed my life. I love it. I'm sorry. I don't apologize for loving it. I'm not sorry. Okay. So ShineOn has changed my life, and I'll tell you all about it. We'll go at Tammy's pace.
Let's go. You ready to talk about last year?
Yes. Okay. So last year I got into ShineOn, and like I said, whoa, like what am I doing? I like drinking through a fire hose, drowning in an ocean. Okay. I jumped in with no background at all, and I am a seriously technically challenged person. Okay. I work for the federal government. I'm on the computer all day, but I have a problem. I call my tech guy. Okay. I don't have to learn how to do anything other than my job. Okay. But the computer, I'm being online. I am lost. So I had a lot to learn, more than most people. I'm not young. Okay. So you young people who were born with computers out of your mother's bodies, that's not me. Our kids call me and my husband dinosaurs. Okay. And Dumb and Dumber. So huge learning curve. Okay. And so 18 months later, just so that you know, I still only sell ShineOn. And everyone says to me, why? Why? The answer is ShineOn. ShineOn is so supportive, puts out so much information, so much coaching. And there are plenty of other coaches out there who will tell you this. I shouldn't say other coaches because I'm not a coach. But if you go to any coach, they will tell you ShineOn is the most accessible and easy print-on-demand company to start with. And for me, there's no reason to move on.
I mean, is it hot? Is it just me? That is. Do you write our advertising? Because you should.
And so I've been through ShineOn coaching. I've been through my econ family coaching. I've been through, I have 3 Etsy coaches. And I want to make sure I say that it's not because someone's coaching didn't work that I kept getting more coaching. It's because you learn something different from everyone. And this whole thing is a business and it's building blocks. And, I'm building a business and I'm learning different things from different people, which is contributing to my success.
Amazing.
And I'm going to talk at some point today about the launch pad, because guess what? I'm going to do launch pad. Okay? Because if I learn one thing, it paid for itself. Okay? Amazing. So, and I got to, at some point during this conversation, do not let me forget to tell people about Launchpad from my perspective. Okay?
Yeah.
Because ShineOn didn't ask me to do this, and ShineOn isn't paying me to do this. But each and every one of you, right? Each and every one of you should be looking at, by the end of today, if you're newish, how you can beg, borrow, or steal the money you need to join Launchpad by tonight.
Please don't steal any money, guys. Please don't. Please, I'm just going to safely throw this out there. Disclaimer, please don't steal money. Oh my God. That's so funny.
But anyway, so my goal when I started, I wanted to hit $100,000 by the end of the year. I didn't. Okay. The most important thing you need to know about this business is there is a lot more failure than there is success. And the failure is important. Okay. You learn from your failures. You pick yourself up, you pivot, you move on, and you do what you got to do, and you keep learning. So I didn't hit my $100,000 last year, but it didn't stop me. I had a profitable year. In my first year, I did $85,000. So I only fell $15,000 short. Okay. And whenever I say what I did, at first everyone jumps in. If I put it online, oh, well, what was your profit? Well, yes, I did do it at a profit. Okay. When all was said and done, and I'm not going to include the expenses of starting a business, because that's not fair, because then you can't compare year to year. Yeah. Okay. Because if you think you're going to get into a business without having startup expenses, I don't know what world you're living in. Okay. But when I took out my startup expenses at $85,000 in business, I came in at a 15% profit. So I not only did $85,000 in business, I did it at a 15% profit in my first year. Not even a full year.
First year. Right. And halfway through the year.
Right.
Valentine's Day.
Uh-huh.
You know?
Mm-hmm. Right, exactly. I missed a very big holiday. Okay. And and Mother's Day is a very big holiday, and I just got started for Mother's Day. Okay. So I consider my first year to be a success. Okay. Did I reach where I wanted to reach? No, but it was a great start.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Agreed. You ready to go into, I think our next slide is this year. It is.
Yes. Okay. Now, I don't want to go into all of it because you could watch I was on in July, and you could see what I went through. But I hit $85,000 in my first year, and so of course I wanted to do better in my second year. So I was going to hit that 100 easily by Valentine's Day, way over. That was my plan. Okay, my plan was to do 200,000 in this year, okay, and to more importantly up my margin, okay. Well, life decided that's not what was going to happen for me. Just quickly, my husband had got into a very bad car accident in the very beginning of this year, and I had to, in January, as I started making Valentine's Day sales, I had to shut down the business. Okay, because I had to take care of my husband for a couple of months. Then, no sooner did he start getting better and I didn't need all my attention, I got diagnosed with breast cancer. So again, I had a major distraction going on. I learned that the biggest mistake I made in 2022 was that I didn't start an Etsy store. Okay, because if you have an Etsy store, doing it through a Shopify store with Facebook ads and TikTok ads needs 100% of your attention. And I work a full-time job, so I can't even give it, with nothing going wrong in life, I can't give it 100% of my attention. Okay, yeah. But you to be running ads. I mean, during the height of Q4, Thanksgiving week last year, I was advertising $1,000 a day. Okay, yeah. You need to be paying attention to that. So if something goes wrong in life that you can't pay attention to that, you got to shut off the ads. You got to stop, and which is what I had to do. Had I had an Etsy store set up and able to rely on, I would have continued, even though I couldn't advertise on social media. I would have had sales coming in through Etsy. And I didn't have that. So after my husband, right before I got diagnosed with breast cancer, I had started my Etsy store. Okay, so early on in the breast cancer treatment, I was able to pay enough attention that I could really get my Etsy store up and running. Okay, I have 3 Etsy coaches: Luna Vega, Gina Mundini, and oh my god,
Anna.
No. Oh, who did you say?
Anna?
Anna, yes, I'm sorry, Anna back. I'm so sorry, Anna. Okay. They're all wonderful. Okay. And I don't have 3 because one of them didn't work. I have 3 because I get different information from all 3. Okay. And between the 3 of them, I have successfully set up an Etsy store. Last week, I had my first $250 day. And this is on no advertising money. Okay. So, well, I think, let me put my glasses on. I think you can see on this. Yes. Okay. Do you see that on this slide? You see there's a big, like an 80% decrease.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That is over last year.
Right. Because last year I was doing the business differently. Okay. You're definitely going to do, if you're successful, of course, a lot more dollars through a Shopify store and advertising on Facebook and TikTok. If you're successful, you could also lose your home. Okay.
Gotta be smart about it.
Right. But so I'm doing a lot less this year because I basically started over again. Okay. But I'm doing it at a 25% profit. Okay.
I mean, so an extra 10%.
Right. So life told me I had to choose a different path this year. Okay. Part of being in business, got to pivot, something just like the issue with Etsy and taking away the message cards right. Julie, you got to pivot. Okay. That's one thing about this business is I've I've had to pivot quite a few times. But right now, and really, so this $16,000 has mostly come in July, August, September, and now October. Okay. And I did, while I was laying in bed, not able to get out, literally getting up to brush my teeth, put me back in bed. Okay.
Yeah.
I did $4,000 from bed because I was prepared.
That's
so.
And you can see, from this graph too, you can see where you were building up that momentum in the beginning of the year. And, you can see the drastic shift from when life happens. And I think, you made some excellent points here where, you were talking about the fact that, like, first of all, when you want to make big numbers, you do have to spend big money, but do it with intelligence. Do not throw money at Facebook if you have no idea how to read Facebook Ads Business Manager. Like, don't do it. It's as simple as that. Don't throw this in until you are ready. And I think that's such a huge mistake for people. Is they see something like this, and first of all, they don't treat it like a business. They treat it like a fast cash option, which it's a business. You are making income. There is a retail thing happening here. You have to treat it like a business. You have to understand that you have to learn how to do these things before you throw money in. If you throw money in beforehand, you're going to lose it. You're not going to learn from it, and you're going to get frustrated. And then you go, this doesn't work for me. Right. Well, here's Deborah to tell you that it does.
Right. If you, the people who just don't bother to learn. Now, first of all, ShineOn has so much information out there and so much learning material out there that if you're on the ball and not 62 years old, okay, 62.
No, 62.
I'm 62. My kids are 30 to 37. Okay.
No excuse. I don't want to hear any excuses from any of y'all in the ShineOn world.
I have tough love for you. Okay.
Yes.
It's out there to do it without coaching. If you are a smart person, you're savvy, maybe had some other kind of background, but if you came to this with nothing like me, okay, you got Joe Schmo, I'm Deborah Schmo, okay? I lived the most boring life, okay? I have a family, I work a wage earning job for the government for a reason. I've always played it safe, okay?
It's so real though, and it's so approachable, and what's the word I'm looking for here, where it's like that there are so many people like you.
Right. The majority of the people are me.
That's it.
Majority of the people are me.
Yeah.
And if you have the savvy to do this by seeking out all the information online, hell, that's what I have to say for you, okay? But if you're not, you need to reach out for the coaching, whether you do it through ShineOn, whether you do it through an outside source. And if you do it through an outside source, when I added up all my, I said, when I told you my profit from 2022, I took out the business building part of it. Okay. Right. Because that's really not fair. Because you're not going to have that in every year. So if you really want to compare year to year, you got to separate out those expenses. When I look at what I spent to learn, okay, just to learn this, right, it was a lot. And Michael said last week, Michael and Eric said that their new launch pad, which is just phenomenal, they could charge. Someone said, you could charge $5,000 for this. Huh? I $5,000 for that. Okay. I added up what I paid for everything they put in that launch pad. Okay. You are getting for $1,000 what I paid $5,000 for. Okay.
Pretty wild. Pretty wild.
It's so when people say to me, you know, ShineOn's too expensive or ShineOn's not giving us enough, I'm sorry. I just can't listen to that. Okay.
Here's my tiny violin. Here's my tiny violin. As somebody who created a lot of the free educational material that we put out and have put out over the course of the last 3 years, yes, I will take that personally when you say that we do not offer any education. Like that's a jab. So, but yeah, exactly. It can be so much more expensive. And like you have 72 video lessons plus all the other stuff.
Right.
No brainer.
And I'm still gonna do Launchpad. Because like I said, if I get one thing out of it, it's worth it. And I will certainly get more than one thing out of it. Because I'm building a business. I'm not doing a get rich quick. I didn't even get into this to get rich, okay? I didn't even say why I got into this, okay?
We have
a slide for that later, okay. All right.
Yeah, we should have a slide for that. Yeah. And I just think it's, you know, especially like just even saying that you were in bed and that because of the work that you had put in and the education that you provided yourself, essentially,
right,
you were able to be in bed, healing and recuperating from radiation, and actually hear cha-chings.
Yes,
which
that's what got me through laying in bed for 4 weeks. My phone. Because let me tell you, cancer treatment, can I say it? It sucks.
It sucks. Girl, when we found out too, with the whole company, everyone was praying for you. Like you are such an inspiration to us, and you're like our mom. So
ShineOn sent me flowers. I cried. But yeah, I did business from bed, just listening to the cha-chings because I learned from last year. Okay. And I am going to go back to social media advertising. I'm not just going to stick to Etsy. Okay. And that's actually the main reason I'm doing the launch pad is because I haven't run an ad since January 15th.
Right.
So again, I'm not a young chick. Okay. I went on last week to try to look at doing an ad and I was like, whoa.
Rewind. Yeah, getting back into that mentality and everything.
Facebook ads are completely different than they were last year. TikTok ads completely different. I'm like, oh my God, I got to relearn this.
But you're ready for it.
I'm ready.
All right, let's see what we. Oh yeah. Well, this is the whole thing. You beat cancer. You were in bed. You heard cha-chings while you were recovering from radiation, and you hit your goal.
Right. And yes, it wasn't by last December, but I still got to it.
But you hit your goal. I mean, and it's just the beginning of Q4 too.
Right. I can still hit that 200,000 by the end of this year.
You should see. I love that. Yes, I'm here for it. So here's your motivation. Tell us about it.
That's my motivation. Okay. So we have a Brady Bunch family. Okay. I remarried at the age of 47. And not that I want to promote anyone having to lose a spouse or getting divorced. My husband lost his first spouse to cancer. I was divorced and I found my soulmate. And we throw that word around a lot. Okay. but it means a lot to me. I found my soulmate late in life. We had both had on this middle picture on the top, well, the two middle pictures, my husband and I are in the middle on both of them. And on the top one, that top picture in the middle is our wedding picture with our 4 kids who stood up for us. My kids are on my side and his kids are on his side. My stepkids are my kids because their mother died. So they're my kids. Okay. And my kids love my husband. They really do. On the top left, on my top and bottom left are my kids' marriages. My daughter just got married. I had to go to my daughter's wedding, barely able to get out of bed, which really sucked.
Oh, girl, you're gonna make me cry.
Yeah. So she had, but there was nothing. If they had to wheel me on a stretcher, I would have gone. She got married just this past September. And so that's my daughter and her man on the left. On the bottom, that was not that it's a better wedding, but it was much better time. Okay. On the bottom is my son. He got married. So 3 of our kids got married in the past year. Because my son, yes, and we have 1 more next summer. They all would have been a year apart, except that my son was supposed to get married in Italy during COVID. So that got postponed. But that picture on the bottom is actually on the Amalfi Coast in Italy. My son's wedding, and that girl who's looking at them, if you see, she looks the same as the girl on the top picture. My daughter married them.
She officiated. Oh, that's great.
Yes. She officiated their wedding in Italy, because you can't get married in Italy without living there for a certain amount of time to get a license. So they actually legally got married here in the States, but my daughter did the wedding for them over there in Italy.
Oh, that's so cute. I love that.
On the right-hand side on the top is my stepdaughter on the right of that picture. She is married, her partner, and now her wife. That's their wedding last year.
Yeah.
And the only one missing is my son's wedding picture, because it's not until my stepson's picture, because it's not until next year. Okay.
Hey, we'll obviously have to get a picture of that included too. Yeah.
And so I won't choose a favorite child. Okay. But the picture on the bottom right are my favorite puppies. Okay. And one is actually not a puppy, but you can't tell. So we got married with 4 dogs, 2 and 2 each. The dog on the right in that picture is the only one left from the first 4. So my favorite child is the puppy on the left, who's 14 months old. That's our baby.
I love it. I love it. And I love too that you call yourselves a Brady Bunch family.
Yes, we're the Brady Bunch. When we got married, we had 4 kids and 4 dogs.
I love how similar it is though. Like 2 dogs each, 2 kids each.
Yes.
It was like meant to be.
By the way, the girls are the same age. And while they didn't know each other, because they lived in different towns on Long Island, they had mutual friends because they both played travel sports. It's crazy. It's just nuts.
That's awesome. It's like all the puzzle pieces coming together for this beautiful Brady Bunch family picture.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so, I mean, I'm just the normal family. Yeah, that's
it. That's why we consider you to be such an inspiration, is because you are everyone's family. Like this is it. Everyone can relate to this. And this is amazing. This is beautiful. Thank you for sharing so much of this. Like that. And it looks like I'm not the only person who's crying.
What's most important about all these kids is that they are so proud of what I'm doing. when I got into this, every one of them went online. I'm like, oh my God, what is Mom doing? Has she lost her mind? What has she gotten suckered into?
That's it, right? It's
And
like
they were doubters. They were doubters. Okay. And when I started selling, they were like, all right, let's see. And by the end of the year, they were like, damn, she did it.
She did it. I don't know. And it's like wild, right? Because it's such a scary thing, especially as we get older and further away from our like school age, you know, where we were learning so much and absorbing so much to even just go into this and to like into print on demand, and to how scary that is. And for all of your kids to be like, Mom's crazy, like please don't lose it. And like, you know, at this point, to like, I know how proud they are of you and how they just like are so in awe of you. And I mean, what an amazing feeling as a family, right? Like that is, Deborah, you're amazing. You're amazing. Let's see, Doreen said, my 4 kids say MLM all the time. Can't wait to prove them wrong. Yes, Doreen. Yes, Doreen.
You will.
You will. You will. And if you ever have questions or need anything, ask in the group. Ask. We've got we are a family. That's how we work here. We are all about supporting each other.
Everyone, you know, you really need to be involved in the Facebook ShineOn page, because it will help you get through this. We all posting your wins. Oh my God. My first sale, my second sale, my 10th sale, my 25th sale, my first $500 day, my first $1,000 day. And when other people posted, I'm there to say, woohoo, congratulations. It's such a great support group. It will get you through this. And then there's also the questions. Okay.
Right.
I had, oh my God, I was like the most needy person. I was asking questions that were like, I'm sure people said, what is she, an idiot?
No. Promise we did not.
But people helped. People answered, you know?
Yeah.
Gary Hare, my first, I love Gary. Okay. He was my first guy who was like, he answered the dumbest questions. And there were people there who will do that for you.
Yeah. And I mean, that's the, you know, for anything that is like really basic, and if you find that you keep coming to post questions in the group and we keep not posting them and suggesting you go to support, it's because a lot of times too, your questions are usually already in the group and they've already been answered. And for the record, if you get mad, you can blame me because I'm the person approving posts. So come at me. So
I didn't know that.
yes, my team is we're the ones who do that. So this is, you know, totally get that, like, you know, this can be a really scary thing, especially if you're just starting off. If you know print on demand, jumping into ShineOn is like a breeze. It's so easy. You already have the things you need. But like our Facebook group and everything, this is where people, and you have a community. This is where Deborah met a friend who in Long Island who is doing the same.
Happy, right. I network. Okay, you got to network. And I network here. And I got friends on Long Island that are doing this because I pulled them together. We met at my house and we help each other.
I love that. That's it. The ShineOn family. This is what we keep saying. And I promise you, it's real. You feel it in our group. I just, Phil, Yeppy, MLM, making life memorable. Also, we're not an MLM. Please don't fall for an MLM. But this, making life memorable, that'll do all day.
Also, I want to agree with you on ShineOn support. Okay, again, I'm on a one-on-one with them. I know every one of them. And I'm on. There isn't a day or that I'm not in there calling them, asking them a question, and they help me with everything from customer service issues to how do I do this issues. So
we love our support team here.
ShineOn support. They are wonderful.
Yeah. Okay. And every week that we get closer to the rampant holiday season, the amount of chats that they are getting goes up by almost 200. Every week. Mm-hmm. Every week. We're talking about thousands of chats and thousands of emails that they are getting. And our support team is more than happy to help you out. They'll do bug reporting. They will help you with so much. Just go to them. Ask them first. They're the first line of defense, right? Go to them first because they will help you out way better, like I said, than don't message me. I won't see it for a month plus. Don't if you want your problem fixed, go to support. Lucy says, write a book about your life, Deborah.
Oh, thank you, Lucy. I might one day. One day, we'll see.
Angelica, you are so inspiring in all ways. It's so true. It's so true. You're so
meeting your soulmate later in life is a beautiful thing. And I'm a happy person.
Rita says, Deborah is making me cry. No wonder she's so good with message. The cry they buy. Rita, I hear you. I see what you're saying.
Actually, when I got into this, I think that was Rita, right? I was like, oh my God, I could do this. I could write mush all day long.
Yeah. All the mush. And I mean, getting inspiration from your family, from your spouse, from everywhere, from your friends, even just walking around and getting inspiration from what you see anywhere. Anything can be inspiration. I love this. Oh, Annie says, ShineOn support is the best. I love them. So professional and knowledgeable. Mm-hmm. This is amazing. Thank you, Annie. Agreed. Oh, I married my soulmate at 50.
I was 47 when I married him.
I love it. You guys, this is amazing. All right, you ready for your next one?
Okay, well, I don't know what's coming next, so.
It's your why.
Okay. I know it. Okay.
Hey.
So, these are my pictures that are on my refrigerator. They have changed because it was originally a 2023 model, but like I said, life decided it wasn't going to be in 2023.
Yep.
So my husband and I want to retire and live on the road. So, and that's the motorhome that we want to live in. It's an expensive motorhome. And we're both federal employees. So we're hoping now that it'll be 2024 that we can retire. Because we're federal employees, we both will have Social Security and we both will have pensions. Yeah. But I don't want to live check to check. I want to retire and have a sweet life. So that's why I started this business. I started the business because if I can get $30,000, $40,000 in profit a year, like I said, I didn't get into this to get rich. I only need another $30,000, $40,000 and I retire with the same income we have now. And that's my why. I want to retire to the road. We love to travel, both in the country and outside the country. And so every time I open the refrigerator, I look at that and I go back and make another product.
Vision boards, you have got to see it. As long as if you are seeing your why every day, that is such good motivation. So important. Such great motivation, and that is a really nice RV. Like that is.
Oh God, it is.
That is a
40-foot Class A motorhome. Get that, Michael Christ.
Because everyone, in case anybody missed it, Michael bought a camper van.
I told Michael that because Michael's the only one in ShineOn I haven't met. because when I went to the mastermind in 2022, he was not there.
He wasn't there.
And so I told him one day, I'm pulling that Class A motorhome up into his driveway and gonna meet him. So he better have a big enough driveway.
I love that. I love that. This is actually great. So Mark is pointing out, so Gina Menduni, who we just talked about a little bit earlier, who is an excellent Etsy coach. She runs her coaching and her Etsy business and her business in general from her RV. And they they travel all over the place, wake up with a new view, and here to Ching's. What a life. What a life. I love this. And yes, Doreen, again, goal visualization. So important. Keeps you focused and motivated. Oh, and I love this. I am new to ShineOn. Oh my gosh. Welcome. Welcome. We are so happy that you're here and joining our family. We're so happy to see you.
It's such a great family, and it is family.
It is. I promise. I love this, and that is really nice. I can't wait. I'm assuming this will pull up in my driveway too. But
I've met you. But although I'll be down seeing you all the time.
That is true. That is true. All right. So we put this in. Here's how you can do it. Deborah, I would love to hear some tips, tricks. Obviously, you've been sharing a lot over the course of this, a lot of inspiring stuff, a lot of relatable stuff. Here's how anybody can do it. Do you want to share some stuff?
Yes. Okay. And I'm also willing, I actually took the day off from work today because I'm willing to answer questions. So if there's anything I know you're busy. So when I got into ShineOn, by the way, there was a lot less product categories than there are now. Okay, so I was really focused on the message cards. Okay, and now because of ChatGPT, okay, I think that business is actually a lot easier than it was. Okay, when I started. Like I said, I thought, I can write this. Okay. Well, was I ever wrong? What, even though I'm a lovey-dovey person, what I would say to my children is not what sells. And I was shocked. Okay. So you do have to take yourself out of the picture. Okay. Because chances are, what you would say, what you would do, what you would put on, what you would give to your child or your mother or your niece or your godson is not the same as what middle America, let's call them, okay, the average American would. So I did actually have to I got started making my own message cards. And I was like, why doesn't anyone like my message cards?
I know. I took it so personally when I first started doing it too, and I was like, "This is a really cool design. Why isn't anyone writing it?" Because I'm writing for me and not for them.
And then, I would show them to my daughter, and she was like, "Oh, Mom, that's so sweet." And then I said, so when it wasn't working, I was like, "This is what sells," and she was like, "Don't write that crap, Mom."
Right?
But that's what they buy. So you have to learn, okay? And again, I honestly don't know how someone does this without coaching. I had to get coaching. I had to get coaching to learn how to do it, okay? And so you need to be online a lot. Okay, whether it's Facebook, TikTok, Etsy, because you can easily find out what sells, right? And if you just try to sell the same thing, it's not going to work. You can't put the same card out there. Yeah, you'll say if you I think part of the part of the Launchpad is going to be letting you know what 25 best message cards are. I don't need that list to know what the 25 best message cards are. I can easily find that out online myself. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But if I were to try to sell that, I'm sure someone will buy it. So I will find someone to buy it. Okay. But it's not going to be a best selling card for me, or even a good selling card for me, because someone's already done it. Okay. Now, if I take that message now, for instance, ShineOn came out with plaques. Whew, did it open the doors? Okay, because you could have grabbed, if you were on the ball, you could have grabbed that best-selling message card and been the first one to put it on a plaque and cha-ching away.
Yeah.
Okay. So you've got to learn what sells, and then so what I do mostly is take those winning phrases, whether it's one line or a whole message card, and I throw it into ChatGPT, and they give me something. I say I don't like this line, and they change this line. I play around in ChatGPT and try to come up with basically the same message but different words. Okay, so message card jewelry is not going to go away, because you can recreate the same meaning in a different way. So that's one way of doing it. Another way, and another mistake I made back in 2022 was I really just focused on message cards. And I had about 3 that did well, but I did do one dog tag that actually was my best seller. Okay. And I focused when I moved to Etsy, because Etsy was already swamped with all the best message cards. Okay. I didn't do that. Okay. I went after the graphic jewelry. If you're not looking at the graphic jewelry, you are missing the boat. Gotta tell you right now, start looking at the graphic jewelry. Okay. Because not only was that the right thing to do, because Etsy decided we have a problem with the message card jewelry.
Yeah,
okay?
Which I do want everyone to understand what happened to us here. The first time that Etsy reached out to us was to tell us that they removed our integration. The first time anybody communicated with us. And what timing? Thanks, guys. Obviously, there are so many different ways to list, and still, obviously, we're very customizable with name necklaces, the graphic products, the acrylic, the leather. I mean, you can print anything on those. So this is actually, here's somebody, I believe, is this Mary or Mare? How have you adapted to the recent changes by Etsy?
Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay. So number 1, and not because I knew it was coming. Obviously, no one knew that was coming, but I didn't focus on message card jewelry. So I was lucky. Okay. Although I do have message card jewelry. Okay. And I do sell a couple here and there, but it was never my focus on Etsy. So it really can't be your focus now. However, there are items that you can do it with. So number 1, if you're not taking those beautiful, wonderful messages and putting them on something else, you're a fool. Okay. You got acrylics, you got wallets, you got journals, you got the name necklaces with either flowers or hearts or a pause, or you got if you're in the Empire, you now have the ornaments. Okay,
the ornament, like. Ooh, I'm like getting chills just thinking about this ornament. The possibilities. Okay. Blank slate.
Right. And keep in mind, now everyone's crying over the Etsy problem. I didn't cry for a second. I pivoted immediately. Okay. First of all, that opened up the doors for us. Okay. Yeah. Etsy was, and I believe one of the main reasons they did it was because they were swamped with the message card jewelry. Okay. Yeah. Once all those big stores were taken down, guess what opened for us little guys? Okay. So it was actually sorry to you big stores. Okay. Sorry, not sorry. You have enough money. It opened up the doors for us. Okay. Go back. Look at those great messages that were that sold hundreds of thousands of millions of dollars. Tweak them a little bit, throw them into ChatGPT, put them on something else. I sell acrylics, journals, and graphic art. The world is completely open in graphic art. Okay.
I love this. Oh, David is asking, what app do you use to integrate?
I just have so I had the Shopify. So by the way, I didn't get hit because I wasn't going to the ShineOn integration. I had said commerce connecting.
Okay. Yeah. So I actually commerce, David.
Right. Okay. So if you have your said commerce connected. I'll tell you a little secret. Since I wasn't hit, some of us are living dangerously, so I'm not telling you to do this, but some of us are living dangerously and still have some of those bestsellers out there because we weren't hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If the first time I get slapped by Etsy, I'll take them down. But until then,
let it ride.
I still have them. If you look on Etsy, some people still have them. Okay.
Let it ride. And actually, said commerce, anywhere POD, and customly can all connect you with Etsy. Customly and anywhere, they both do like the custom, families, pets, hairstyles, all of that stuff. Imagine for an ornament, that level of customization, get out of here. Take an ornament, throw it on customly, and your buyers can literally choose their own hairstyle, body type, whatever. Like on a Christmas ornament.
Ornaments are one of the biggest selling things in this country. Okay, around the world. Have you ever gone any place for vacation in the summertime that didn't have a Christmas store?
Or at least, that's the thing too, is like ornaments can be, you can hang them on your door. Like the way that it's designed too is
right. They're not just Christmas.
Anywhere.
Right. They're not just Christmas.
Yeah.
Which reminds me, you guys have to get a heart-shaped ornament. Okay.
Oh, okay. On it. You guys, I'll be right back.
Heart-shaped ornament. Okay. Because that's for Valentine's Day. They hang them on their windows. Okay.
Cute. I love that.
Okay.
Also saw an idea of
a shamrock.
The names for like in a to hang on doors.
Mm-hmm.
To use the ornament to hang,
yes, ornaments
identify doors like
around.
Schools, kids, like businesses. Really interesting. Like it's a blank slate. It's literally
don't just think about Christmas. Do not just think about Christmas when it comes to ornaments.
Yeah, there are a lot of there's a lot of opportunity here for sure. For sure.
The other thing that I do, and I learned this through coaches. Okay, I would never have figured this out. Okay, the family niche, however you want to say it, is really tough. Okay, it's really tough. Okay, everyone is trying to sell something to a daughter, to a granddaughter, to a soulmate, to a wife. I'm not saying don't do it. I do it. Okay. But I go after what everyone goes after, but I also go after what I learned through research. Okay. For instance, and I wrote some down to give you guys some ideas. Especially when it comes to like the graphic art, okay? You can be different and sell. Okay, there is something to be said for, like I said, my message cards that I wrote, no one wanted them. Okay, but if you blend things together, okay, such as a family niche, a trend, and I'll tell you what I mean by that, a family niche, a trend, a reason. Okay. So I want to give something to my daughter. Everyone wants to give something to their daughter. Okay. A reason. It could be just because I love her. It could be because it's Daughter's Day. It could be because it's her birthday. It could be because it's Christmas. So if I were to do a message card, I would do the message card to my daughter, but I would also do it for no reason, and I would do it for a reason, meaning I would do it for any day of the week, any day of the year, but I'd also do it for a birthday, for Daughter's Day, just because I love you. I would do it for a lot of reasons, okay? So that there could be the same message could be sold for many different reasons. But the card could also say that. You could have the card that doesn't say the reason and the card that does say the reason, okay?
Right.
And then to add even another angle to it, trends, okay? I learned through my Etsy coaches how important trends are, okay? What is a trend? No, I'm not going to tell you the ones that I've been successful with.
No, don't you say it, because I know what it is, and don't you say it. Don't you say it.
I'm telling you what I found. But for example, let's think about a boy instead. Okay.
Okay.
Dragons sell. Actually, it sells for girls and boys. Okay. Dragons are a trend, and they're a trend for many reasons, not just because of Game of Thrones. Okay, because Game of Thrones, although that's kind of passe, it actually is coming back. Okay, so
right with House of Dragons.
Right. Well, no, Jon Snow's coming back.
Well, yeah, that too. Oh, yeah, that too.
So I could do a message card to my daughter, or more importantly, a graphic art design to my daughter that's got a dragon on it. It's for her birthday. And it's because she's totally into dragons. Okay? That is going to sell. So you have to, and by the way, like I said, I am Deborah Shaw. I don't know what trends are out there. Okay? I have my dogs and my husband. That's my life.
And your birds.
You hear my birds? Okay. Yeah. I actually have birds, fish, and cats too. Okay. Where was I?
Dragons.
No.
Finding trends.
Yes. First of all, if you have kids like I do that are 30 to 37, you just got to ask them. Okay. But you need to go online to find the trends. And that's where you're going to get a product that is different, and you're going to have no competition.
Yep.
Okay.
There was a Reddit thread where
yes.
This was earlier this year, and it was a Reddit thread where there was it's the world's oldest joke. And it's written in like Aramaic or something. Like it's the world's first joke. And the punchline was whatever it was. And somebody took that punchline in Aramaic or whatever the language was that it was and put it on a bangle. And the bangle went viral. It sold just everywhere. And it was like they used a Reddit thread of inspiration and made so much money. Like it is wild. And you just have to be creative. You just have to
my phone is always on me so that I can take pictures, and I always have a notebook on me. When I'm out of the house, I am paying attention to what's around me, so that if I'm walking through a store or I see a sign somewhere, I'm paying attention to what matter to people.
Yeah.
What people are into. And if I didn't work full time, let me just tell you, first of all, I have over 1,000 products. Maybe 12 to 15 of them are making me money. Okay. You're not finding a bestseller by putting out 5 products. Okay. You're not even finding a bestseller by putting out 50 products.
I wouldn't walk into a store that only sold 5 products. Like that seems crazy.
Right. So if I had the time to make everything that's on my phone in a picture or in my notebook, because I wrote down a saying when I saw it someplace, if I had the time to make everything I want to make, I'd have 3,000 products and I would be rich at this. I don't have the time to even do what I want to do in this business. That's why I want to retire, because when I retire, I will definitely be doing a lot more business.
Yeah. I mean, you'll definitely have more time for it, for sure.
Right. I can't make all the products that are in my head, in my phone, in my book. I just don't have the time for it.
There's going to be so many dragons now.
Well, I picked dragons for a reason. I'm going to tell you, I picked dragons for a reason. Okay. And that's because it's already being done. Okay. That doesn't mean you can't do something different with it.
Yep. Exactly. We don't steal. We've already said that earlier.
Right. If you just do what someone else, if you do what someone else is doing, it's too late. Now, I have a couple of things that are going to sell freaking like crazy for Christmas. Okay. Because I'm already selling a couple a week of them.
Yeah.
So if you're selling a couple a week of something now, forget it for Christmas. Okay. And it's stuff that I easily found. Now, and this is graphic art stuff. I have no design talent, 0. Okay. You don't need, and that's why I really pretty much stayed away from this in 2022. Okay. You don't need design talent. All right. So I just figured out that dragons are important. You can find PNGs and SVGs I hope everyone knows what I mean by that. Okay. I actually don't even know technically what it means, but
SVG stands for scalable vector graphic. It means that it'll have the same quality and sharp edges, no matter if it's tiny or if it's huge.
Okay. So you go to Etsy, or you go to, there are companies that do this, and you search dragon PNGs. Okay. And you will get so many things that you can buy for a couple of dollars.
Yep. And remember, don't screenshot them and put them on, because that's A, theft, but B, low quality.
Right. Exactly. All right. You can't, right. You're crazy if you do that. So you buy the PNG, and then when I make it, again, if you're doing something everybody else is doing, it's not going to work. Okay. Yep. So I take that PNG, and yes, I put it out there just like it is, but I also put it out there altered.
I love it. I love it.
Okay. So I have graphic pendant necklaces that I found for PNGs that people were using for other things. And I put them on pendant necklaces, and they're going to sell like hotcakes for Christmas. Because they're selling.
Those are some fire tips. If any of y'all out there in the ShineOn universe have missed any of this hot fire that Deborah has dropped, you are missing out for sure. For sure.
And I wouldn't have known that without coaching. Okay.
Yeah.
And please do not think that I'm a coach. I am not a coach. Okay. This is stuff that I'm learning and I'm willing to share with you because I want other people to have the success that I've had. And by the way, when I say success, I'm not where I want to be yet. Okay. But right. But I'm getting there.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm getting there with profit.
It could not make more sense. Oh, all right. We're going to a little Q&A. I think we're going to really only have time for a couple of questions here just because we are getting a little on. So if you do have questions, please throw them into the chat. Let's see. We've got this one. How do you price ornaments on Etsy to make a profit? It's a fair question.
Okay.
I mean, yep.
So
yeah,
first of all, price doesn't matter. Okay? If your product is the product that people want, price doesn't matter. You know, obviously I'm not going to charge $100 for an acrylic ornament. Okay. Right. But I am not going to. So if I'm just going to put out a replica of what someone else put out and my price is higher, that's not going to sell.
Mm-mm.
You'd have to cut your price. Why bother? Yeah. I'm not into this to do $100,000 and not make money.
I'm saying.
Okay. So,
yep. And it's like the Kirsta thing too, where like that was one of my favorites was when I first joined, and we have our little stainless steel engraved cross, and people, you know, it's like a $11 to $13 a unit or something, or even less at certain points. And like when I first joined, we had folks who were like, "Oh, I'm selling this for $25," and we're like, "Why?" Kirsta's selling his for $90 a piece for stainless steel engraved cross. The profit margin is stupid. It's in a good way. And it's, you know, don't lower your prices because you want to be competitive. That is not how to be competitive. Not even remotely. People will buy your product if it's a good product that they want to buy.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
For sure.
So don't focus on price. Put your product out there at the profit level that you want to put it out there at. Focus on your product.
Yep. All right. Doreen asks, any tips on organizing these thousands of designs?
I am the most disorganized person in the world.
The exact opposite answer of what Doreen is looking for.
So, you know, people focus on what their store looks like, focuses on organizing. It's all about the product. Again, it doesn't matter if you put it under a category. Doesn't matter if you made your whatever you call your store header look. No one looks at your store. Okay. Now, yes, your store. If you're going to a Shopify store, your Shopify store has to function. That is important.
Yes.
Okay. If it takes them 15 minutes to get through the sale, that's no good. Okay. So a functioning store is important, but what it looks like doesn't matter. What category you put it in doesn't matter. They're not buying by category. They're buying by the product. And so if you're on Etsy, it's your tags that matter. If you're on Facebook or TikTok, it's how you're setting up the ad and who you're going after.
Yep. I love this. Oh, you're welcome, Selena. Okay, let's see. I'm going to answer this one real quick. Donna says, is Etsy still integrated with ShineOn? No, not our direct integration. Can you connect through said commerce customly anywhere POD? Yes, totally. Third-party integration, absolutely not a problem. Deborah's been on it, didn't get tagged this year. Point. I'm putting it out in the
I know we still have them, but I'm still making them.
Good juju. So no, we don't have a direct integration. Yes, you can still integrate with Etsy. Okay. we have one more question, but I think you actually already answered this. That how do you test new products? So you were just talking about the like.
Yeah, I throw everything at the wall. Like I said, I have 1,000 products, and maybe 12 to 15 are making me money. And you know what I get all the time? If it didn't work, do I take it down? Well, certainly you're not going to put advertising money into it. But why are you going to take it down? Leave it in your store. Right.
And you never know.
Right. Because the person who buys something for their son may look at your store because they want to buy. I'm going to buy for my son. I'm going to buy for my daughter as well. Do you have anything? I get that question all the time. Okay. So, don't get rid of it. Just you put the time into making it.
Yeah.
You just don't put money into it.
Yeah. Makes total sense.
Okay.
All right. You guys, we have to wrap up. We have to go. We've been here for an hour and 40. We've made a whole movie at this point.
I actually have, while I have ShineOn's attention,
yes,
for myself, guys, I need earrings. I need graphic design earrings. That round pendant, I need it on earrings.
Ooh, so we've got
one's doing
ornaments and earrings. John, you better be listening, paying attention.
That's John. I'm talking to you, John.
Yeah. you listening, guys? Yeah. I love that idea.
Love you, John.
Really love you. All the way.
Get the earrings.
He's at our factory in Amsterdam. That man is getting ready for dinner. He's like putting his kid to bed. He's busy. You
tell him I need round graphic design earrings.
Yes, I will. Yes, Selena agrees. Earrings. You guys, thank you so much. Deborah, thank you so much for coming on. I like understanding and listening to your story of even just your inspirational story, but let alone what you went through this year. We are so blessed to have you on. We are so blessed that you are here. I'm gonna cry again. I just think you are so inspirational and you're so relatable. And I just feel like ShineOn family, if you don't know Deborah, you do now. Please reach out. Please say hi. She is wonderful. Deborah, you're the best. Thank you so much for coming on and sharing your story. I love you to pieces. I cannot wait to hear about your Q4 numbers. Oh my gosh.
If they're what I want, I'm retiring next year.
That's it. I'm jumping into that van. I'll see you.
Michael, here I come.
That's it. All right. You guys, thank you so much, ShineOn family, for joining us. If you are interested in signing up for ShineOn, please go to shineon.com. Also, we just remade our website and it looks freaking amazing. So please go and check it out anyway. shineon.com to join up. Join our Facebook group, bit.ly. Go ShineOn. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/ShineOnPod. It is chock-a-block filled with all sorts of educational material. Coffee with ShineOns that you might have missed, all the things. Instagram, ShineOn, regular Facebook page, ShineOn HQ. You guys, happy selling. Thank you so much for joining us. We just love you to pieces. And here's to a great Q4. Bye, everyone.